Oh, sweet pea. You look so tired. Are you ready for bed? Yeah? Did you take care of yourself? Did you brush your teeth? Did you do your skincare? You did? I am so proud of you. That's such a good job, baby. Come and lay in bed with me. Yes. Sweetheart. You snuggle just right up. You are so adorable. Yeah, I can tell you're so tired. You had a very long day. Don't worry. Do you want me to read you a bedtime story? Yeah, you do? Good. I know how much you love my rambling. So hopefully I can read nicely to you. All you have to do is rest your head and close your eyes. I got you now. It's okay. What's the story about? It's about a boy who finds a lizard in his garden. Excuse me, I gotta make sure that I don't fall asleep before I read you the story. Okay. My friend Funny. Tucker found a lizard in his garden. It was a friendly little soul. It had a sleek body that glistened like rainbows in oil, and 4 legs that stood out like they were book ends. It was sunning itself on some bricks. When Tucker put out his finger, the lizard seemed to nod at him. But when he tried to get the lizard to climb on his finger, the lizard seemed to be frightened and tried to run away. Tucker knew he wasn't dangerous to the little lizard. He was a kind boy. He wanted to feed it and to give it some water to drink, and he wanted to play with it. Perhaps he would make it a racing track with his building blocks, because Tucker was a nice boy who liked lizards. Surely the lizard liked him too. So Tucker moved fast. He pounced on the little lizard with his 2 hands. His palms were cupped so he wouldn't hurt the lizard. He could feel it fluttering beneath his palms. It wanted to escape. But it just doesn't know how nice I am, Tucker thought. After a while, the fluttering stopped, and Tucker dared to peek. There was the little lizard looking warily at him from the dark cave of his hands. Its 2 bright eyes in the darkness were as glittery as 2 drops of water. Tucker gently turned his hand over and scooped the little lizard up. Now the lizard was in his hands, blinking at the big face of his new friend. "Hello," said Tucker to the lizard. "You must have been so bored, sitting up there on the grass. I've thought up some good games that a lizard would like. Shall we play?" Then Tucker remembered his manners. "I haven't even introduced myself. I'm Tucker, and you are?" And because the lizard couldn't speak, or perhaps just had such a tiny little voice that Tucker couldn't hear it, Tucker decided to give him a name. "I will call you Funny, middle name Little, so your full name is Funny Little Lizard." The lizard, or shall we say Funny, nodded his little head, and so Tucker thought it was decided Funny Little Lizard was his friend, and how they would play together. But Tucker didn't quite trust Funny not to run away, so he found a box with some holes in the lid. He gave him a piece of ham and tried to make him drink some juice. Then he closed Funny in the box while he made him a racing track on his bed. It was dark and hot inside of the box. Funny didn't like it. There were lots of noises that Funny didn't understand, thumps and bumps that would slide Funny across the bottom of the box whenever Tucker moved. It was also very dark. Funny liked sunshine. He had cold blood, and that was why he was sunning himself when Tucker found him. All of a sudden, a bright light flooded into the box. "There you are, Funny," announced Tucker. "Are you ready to play?" Tucker reached into the box and took Funny out, but he grasped the wrong part of Funny. He held him by the tail. Now, Funny had a tail that detached whenever it was grabbed by something. It was protection against the hungry birds. So Funny's tail thought Tucker's fingers were a bird, and then it came right off. Tucker was surprised and upset. "I'm sorry," he cried. "I hope I haven't hurt you." Funny wasn't hurt, but it was a pity about his tail. It had taken a long time to grow, and now he had no protection against the birds. Tucker grabbed Funny by the tummy, but he was stronger than he knew, and it made Funny's soft little belly hurt. He whisked him out of the box and put him on the bedspread. Funny was in Tucker's bedroom. "I've made you a racetrack," exclaimed Tucker. "You can run along the whole of my bedspread. Look, here's a bridge I made with books, and here's an obstacle course I made with blocks." But Funny was weak and confused. He had lost his tail, and his tummy hurt. He was dizzy from being in the box, and from the cold, and not seeing the sunshine. He sat flat on the bed, and did not run toward the game that Tucker had set up for him, even when Tucker prodded him with his finger. It was then that Tucker saw something strange. Those bright little glittery eyes were now tired and dull. His gleaming, oily, rainbow skin was now limp, dull, and gray. Tucker had found a shiny, sparkly friend, but now his friend was sick and sad. As Tucker and Funny looked at one another, Tucker realized that Funny was more healthy in the garden. It made sense. The garden had sunshine and plants, and things that Funny liked to eat. And in the garden, Funny did not want to run away, so he didn't need to live in the box. "You didn't want to play with me at all, did you?" said Tucker sadly. He had not thought that Funny would be happier without him, not when Tucker knew himself to be such a nice boy, who only wanted to be gentle and kind and help him play together. But as nice as Tucker was, he knew now that he could not make Funny as happy as in the garden. So Tucker let Funny go in the garden, his proper home now. Funny grew sparkly and gleaming again. His tail became bright once more, and his eyes became bright once more. His tail even began to grow back, and Tucker loved him from afar. The end. What did you think of it, baby? Oh, they're asleep already. Okay, sweetheart. I'll be here for you in the morning. Good night, baby.